Okay, so now they're already taken the grill out and it's sitting over there. Had to remove the headlights and all the, actually the license plate mount as well. What I'm doing now is taking off the bumper because when it was in an accident, as you can see some bent metal there compared to here and whatnot, and this is cracked. A long time ago it rear-ended another car, and the way you've seen the Jeep all these years, the way it was. It didn't really do any damage on the inside, or sorry, on the exterior, but the inside. Also here, you can see where the license plate mount went into the bumper. But anyways, it's always kind of sat funny, so I wanted to fix that while I'm doing all this too. So what I've done is removed the 10mm socket, or 10mm bolt that holds the bumper to the fender, as well as I've drilled out all these spot rivets so I can release the what's it called, the wheel weld shroud away from the bumper itself. And then I got to take out the fog lights, or at least disconnect them. Hopefully there's a quick disconnect. And anyways, so this is all coming out. Did the same on the other side. And then what I'm planning on doing is exposing these so I can get them off easily and paint them, as well as all this that should be careful, it's gonna come off. All of this gray plastic I'm masking off, and I'm going to be painting black to match the chrome trim around the hood. So once I get that off, I'll show you that. So I've been using this pretty cool site called JeepGrandCherokee.com or WJJeeps.com, and basically it's absolutely everything you'd ever want to know about your WJ. Basically how to remove the grill, how to remove pretty much anything on it. It has a whole index of everything. You can even tear apart your motor if you wanted to. But basically I've been reading up here on what I have to do to remove the front fascia, which is the front bumper, and so it's explaining everything on how to remove it. And now what's left for me is the push pin fasteners, I believe, underneath here. Should be 1, 2, and 3, and that's what's gonna take off the bumper now. So I gotta do that, and then it's gonna come out. But then I gotta worry about removing the fog light. So little by little. So now I've dropped down the bumper. I still have to disconnect the fog lights, which isn't a big deal. I'll just unbolt them from there, and they'll come right out, and I'll let them hang until I'm ready to put them back in. Don't really have to disconnect anything. But now you can see the extent of the damage that happened. And gave a pretty good knock. I think he hit a Sunfire. It rode off that car, but this is how the Jeep looks. So bit of front damage here. Not too bad. It did compress the radiator at the bottom. Radiator. Fairly severely, actually. But it still operates and stays cool and works just fine. It didn't crack. It just compressed. So... also, this tow hook was bent down, as you can see here. So I'm going to have to get these bolts off somehow if I want to get those black. Or actually, I could just sand them and paint them in here and just mask everything off. And apparently I have something living in my car. So I'm going to have to clean all that out. This side, not so much. But yeah, pretty good knock on the front. But anyways, so far it's coming along. So this is what my Jeep looks like without a front end. Pretty mean. It looks like it's opening up its mouth and it's got eyes and shit. Anyway, so the next little obstacle I had was removing the front fog light. And it's either I cut wires, which I don't want to do, or I disassemble the light itself. So I unscrewed the light from its little housing here, and I placed it securely up in, well, not securely, but I placed it there. If it does get dirty, I'll have to clean it or whatever, but it should be fine there. So this allowed me to free up the bumper. I just got to do the same thing on the other side, and that'll be that. The bumper will be off of the car. Okay, now the other side is free. Tuck the light up in there just for now. The wire did run behind it, so I just snipped this a little bit. It's nothing rigidity or anything, like it's not going to change anything. So I just did that. I'll probably just glue it or tape it up with duct tape or something. I mean, it never served any kind of structural purpose. Just there for whatever reason to change. Actually, no, it was here to change the light behind on the factory fog lights. So yeah, that doesn't matter. But anyways, that's out. So now the bumper is free from the car. So that's that. So there it is. Next is the hood. And now I'll show you exactly what I wanted to paint. I do have to remove this, obviously. Still, take this out. So right here is what I want to paint. Mask all this off, sand that down, paint it black. It's not going to be too visible, but that's okay. It's going to make all the difference, I think, to coincide with the black I put everywhere else. Just got to take out my fog light housing there. So now it's time to clean all the little messes inside, especially over here, and get all that out. Cool. Just want to quickly show you some more damage that I found. My bumper wasn't sitting right for a while, which is kind of another reason why I wanted to take this off and put it back on. And it's all buckled up over here, and that's actually forced the mounting spot for the bumper to push this back a bit. It was actually not very flush. It was sitting about here, and they tried adjusting it a bunch of times. But basically the reason for that is this significant accident to the front end. So just some more stuff I found. Now what's next is I have to remove these two, I'm guessing 14mm sockets, and remove the hood. I gotta do it on that side too, but it's a two-person job, so I have to find someone to help me. More than likely my dad. My buddy Dimitri, the one that I installed the hood on the Camaro with, he's at work. So once I do that, I'm gonna get all that down, taken off. I'm gonna clean everything, prep all of it, clean out this, like I said, especially this side. This car was bought from an auction, probably about 5 months after it was made in 03. What's it called? The owner left keys in it while he ran into a store, and a couple of kids, actually I think 4 or 5 kids, stole it, drove it through a cornfield, off a bunch of jumps, through a river, and got it stuck. And the fun thing is that you can actually find corn, or when we first got it, I found corn wheel wells and blah blah blah, and I'm wondering if this is just muck from the river it was in, or if maybe an animal was living in it while it was sitting at auction. But yeah, just cool story. This dude's been through a fucking lot, and now it's got like ridiculous stereo in it. But I do drive it nice, so try and take care of her. Gonna fix all this up as best I can and make her last a long time. Cool. Alright, well I gotta get ready on the hood. Okay, so the hood's off now. Got my dad to help me do it. Basically I just put the nose on the creeper and then wheeled it outside. Just set the nose there in the dirt. Don't really have a place to put it right now. But lots of rust on the inside that I gotta all clean up. Just gotta find a good spot for it. There, leave it like that until I figure out where to put it. Hopefully no good gust of wind comes and fucks it up. But now I have to get everything ready. I think that's it for taking apart the car. I'm just going to clean it up and get it all ready. Sand all that down, mask it off, clean it, you know, get it ready to be painted. And then same with the hood. What else am I painting? Maybe the rock sliders, I don't know. We see. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to turn it around, park it backwards, and that'll be that. Cool. So that's it for today. Next video will be the prep and all that crap. Cool. I drive around like this, actually. I've got the fog lights wrapped in a cloth and tucked up into the frame there, just so they don't go anywhere when I turn around. I just popped the headlights back in place for a second. Huh. Looks kind of cool, actually. Peace.